Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us a little late tonight. I'm Janelle Slade.
And I'm Russ Riesinger. A pregnant Lockwood woman and her husband booked into jail after police found their little girl dead inside their home.
The 17-month-old found dead of suspected dehydration and neglect earlier this month. Medical experts say the need for treatment before the baby's death would have been obvious.
The couple's other child, a 2.5-year-old boy, was also removed from that home and placed into protective custody.
Tonight, 34-year-old Laura Mink and 37-year-old Ronald Mink each face one count of deliberate homicide for failing to fulfill their duties as parents. Laura Mink is also 8.5 months pregnant. Court
records state on March 7th, authorities responded to an emergency call in the 3500 block of Tigard Avenue. The father, Aaron Mink, told deputies he noticed that the girl wasn't breathing when he woke up in the morning and immediately called 911. Prosecutors note that call was made around 2 p.m. and rigor mortis had already set in.
Laura Mink claimed their daughter suffered from a muscle condition, but medical records obtained from Kentucky indicate no such condition. And the baby weighed more at 8 months than she did at the time of her death.
Bail was set for both at $500,000. They're set to appear in district court tomorrow morning.
Well, fire tore through and destroyed the Crow tribe's old administrative building today.
And no one was injured and no other buildings were damaged. MTN's David Jay has more from Crow Agency.
Firefighters responded to the fire at the tribe's old administrative building around noon.
It took us about maybe 3 minutes to respond. Got here and right back over this way we've seen flames coming out of the roof, and that's our initial attack area. I called Wildland Fire. They worked as tender to fill our tank with water.
Chief Hill says the fire started at the far end of the old portion of the building and spread all the way across the roof within about 35 minutes.
It started here and it just started consuming the roof, and the roof started collapsing, flames going way up in the air.
The Crow tribe has been planning on demolishing the building for about 1.5 years because of flood damage in the basement. Crews still tried to save the building to keep the fire from spreading.
We're worried about that. Maybe a wind will come along and possibly take some ashes to some other homes. That's why we're staying here.
And the chief says it's important to stay away from the building.
The walls can collapse at any time, and the floor, it's going to be almost non-existent.
Hill says this building was constructed in the 1930s and at one time was a hospital.
To me, it was a good place, a lot of memories.
David Jay, MTN News, Crow Agency.
Thanks, David. Now, Chief Hill says all documents, records, and other important items had been moved to the current administrative building. He also says this building is insured.
A bill that proponents say could help spur economic growth in Billings and other communities across the state had a hearing in Helena today. SB 340 would create what would be known as 406 impact districts, where state funds could be used, but only after a $300+ million private investment. One Big Sky District Billings posted this picture of State Senator Roger Webb of Billings presenting the bill to the tax committee this morning. Representatives of Billings, Great Falls, Missoula, and Bozeman were there pushing for the bill. Steve Arviskow with Big Sky Economic Development calls the bill a new approach to economic development in Montana that is much needed.
I think if we had a tool like this, it would give us a real strong position to attract private investment. And if we're strategic about where and how we invest in our civic core, with what kind of civic infrastructure, we're going to be a great community in the future in terms of retaining and attracting talent.
Under that bill, public funds would only be contributed after private investment and only for building civic infrastructure.
Coming off a record cold winter, members of Yellowstone Valley Electric got together today for their 81st annual meeting. The South Central Montana Electric Co-op serves 19,000 rural meters. Yellowstone Valley is the state's second largest co-op, but it's growing at the fastest rate. Now that growth keeps the co-op looking for innovative ways to serve its customers.
Every piece of our system, every pole, every inch of wire is on a digital map. We're able to use that digital map in our very new OMS outage management system. We can see outages in real time. So a lineman can pick up his iPad and he can see the exact sections of line that are out of power. And this new technology has a predictive ability, and it can predict what the cause of that outage is, what piece of equipment on our system is causing that outage. And he has all this at his fingertips literally in real time before he ever responds to the outage.
And Whitman said the co-op has not increased rates since 2011.
Today, Family Service unveiled its future home in Billings. The new 57,000 square foot facility on First Avenue South will more than triple the size of the nonprofit's current location, which provides programs for at-risk families. The purchase and remodel was made possible through the new Markets Tax Credit Program, a financing tool that incentivizes investment that directly benefits low-income areas. Last week, Senator Steve Daines was one of the first co-sponsors of a bill that would permanently extend that tax credit. The new Family Service facility is expected to open in late May.
Turning to weather, Rob Griggs is in for Bob tonight, and you are springing into action. What a beautiful day today.
For sure. We've been bouncing around like Tigger here in the newsroom all day long because the weather is so great. We don't want to be inside. We want to be outside. And we might want to be outside for a couple more days before we come back inside. I'll talk about that in just a second. Loretta Hurley sent us this fabulous moon picture from last night. Great moon shot. Loretta, just I'm barking at the moon here as well. You know, between being outside in the sun and the moon, well, it's there's a lot of tension. Right now around the state, though, look at the temperatures. Very comfortable. 40 at Missoula, 35 at Cutbank, 45 at Sheridan, 46 at Worland, and clear skies, nary a cloud out there, really. Here are the weather headlines now that we're officially seated into spring. More sunshine tomorrow and Saturday, more mild temperatures, and yeah, more melting and potential ice jams. So we have a few things to talk about as we head into our extended forecast in just a little bit.
All right, thanks so much, Rob.
Well, imagine working on a school project for 24 hours straight, and imagine doing that over Christmas break.
Q2's Jenny Fick shows us why a group of Billings students chose to make that big commitment.
So it is the 24-hour art challenge, and this is the third year that we've done it, where students basically lock themselves in the high school over Christmas break for 24 hours. And the challenge is that they have to create an art piece that is worthy to hang in an art gallery.
The lockdown teaches time management, planning, and teamwork.
Definitely very stressful at first doing everything, but I was very proud of it when I got done.
It's hard for students to express their thoughts and their feelings, but if they can get it all out on a canvas, they're able to bring that light and energy to the world.
Now, they have the chance to share that energy at an art gallery-style gala held at the Clark Martin Studio.
What we do is we have them all walk out with their piece to reveal as a grand opening, that everyone is standing in the gallery clapping as they walk in and they present this piece. And it's really powerful. It's really cool that these kids get to do that.
Students were paired with a videographer who caught all of the project in time-lapse. At the gala, the videos will be displayed next to each piece, showing the process from beginning to end.
A complete stranger comes up to them and asks them about their piece and shows interest. All of a sudden, they go from being a shy and timid high school artist to feeling like an accomplished professional.
Students will get to dress up and meet members of the community while talking about their work.
Giving us a chance for us to be, you know, in the spotlight. Pretend you're in a gallery and it's your big debut, and it's just really, it's an amazing experience.
And helps them see and realize and have the confidence that if art is what they want to continue with, they can. It is a career that many people have done great things with and have influenced our world with. And more than anything, I just want to give the kids a voice that they can say, this is who I am, this is what I do.
In Billings, Jenny Fick, MTN News.
And this is a chance for you to purchase some one-of-a-kind artwork.
The gala takes place Friday at the Clark Martin Studio at 6 p.m. and it is free to the public.
Up next in tonight's Health Watch, a newly approved postpartum depression drug touts a better new mom experience, but at what cost?
And later, a proposed law could help RoboCop shut down robocalls.
And in sports, Scott has reaction from the Grizz on tonight's showdown with Michigan.
You're watching MTN News with Janelle Slade and Russ Riesinger. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Breen. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.